Mike Mosquito with the Buzz here, on location with my co-host Maureen,
Nylene,
and we are here with Phillips at the Future of Care Spaces. We've got James and we've got Jaclyn here with us. Welcome.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting us.
Glad to have you back. This is your second year.
This is the second time.
That's good. I think you've had a great day.
We've had a very good day. Jaclyn, what do you think?
It's great to hear from providers and what they really need, and so we can really apply that to what we can provide to help them.
Yeah.
so I really enjoyed a part of our day today, and I watched the reaction in the audience. And the reaction was pretty powerful because you shared something pretty unique, or at least it felt very unique to those in the audience, about the different offerings that Phillips has. So I want you to share that with me.
Yeah, so a lot of times, Philips is a big brand. But when people think of Philips outside of toothbrushes and razors, when they think of Philips, usually in a hospital setting, they think of patient monitoring. Maybe they think of our PACS systems. But typically what they're thinking of is a big iron kind of company, right?
Yeah.
An acquisition device company. What they don't realize is that we are actually the largest medtech software company in the world. And we have a presence in about 95% of the top 100 IDNs and hospitals in the country as a software delivery group. And this has only been the case, by the way, for the last 2 years. Literally this month, April, we are celebrating 2 years.
That's fantastic.
And this journey has been one where it's all about educating people to what kind of solutions we have outside of PACS, but device integration. They know some of the legacy names like Capsule, some of those solutions, but we have so much more. We have urology solutions. We have cardiovascular solutions in the software space. We have e-care, virtual care type solutions. So all of these things, from the entry into the ED until people are discharged from the hospital, I like to call it the blue thread, right? Some people use the term digital thread. I call it the blue thread because we weave in and out for all the entire patient journey.
Yeah, and I think that, of course, I remember Phillips. I'm a nurse by background, and so I'm very familiar with that patient monitoring solution.
Yeah.
In fact, I was able to see your booth at HIMSS. It was phenomenal. And I was telling Mike, it took me back, all the beeps and the whistles and all the things that were happening. I was like, oh, I feel so seen right now. But it is more than that. And I think what was really important was that there was a member of our audience that said, oh my gosh, there is so much more. I had no idea.
Yeah.
How do I make sure that I am in touch with those resources? Because Philips is a very powerful partner. You have very deep reach. So if you have someone out there that's like sitting and thinking, what? This is news to me. What do they do next?
They need to reach out to me. But if they don't, even if they're not reaching out to me, because I lead our enterprise informatics, our healthcare informatics solutions for North America. But what they have to do is, whatever contacts they do have, bring the realization that, hey, there's more power when you bring the entire portfolio, when we talk about all the capabilities together. Right. This is really essential. Now, and there's no doubt that this is happening. Like, this is a true thing, because
Absolutely.
I see it all the time. Even when I'm there, we tend to still operate in silos. Even within some of the providers operate this way too. But we have to start thinking along service lines like cardiovascular, end-to-end solutions. And so when we do that, it will start to come out, listen, what else can we do for you? What else can we bring to the table? How can we ideate together? How do we collaborate across the board, as opposed to just singular boxes, buttonology, that type of thing? We have to move away from that. But it does really begin with us, that we have to spread the message that we are not a singular type provider. that we go horizontally and we go deep.
That's it. And that's part of, in bringing that message forward, getting it out so that people understand they have an idea of Philips and a big company, right? Because if they've grown up in this industry, they know those other solutions.
Right.
And then they have new people coming onto their team that may be in charge of a department, but they didn't grow up, right, understanding that Philips has evolved. And Jaclyn, you in marketing, your job is to actually put these words into practice in the industry so people understand it. And I think Philips, even in learning today, I watched the faces of the sales guys in the room. They're like, ooh, that was pretty powerful for a sitting CIO to go, I need you. I didn't know you did that.
Right.
That's powerful.
It is.
In a setting where people are here to learn from each other and understand. They understood today an existing partner that's already in-house can do so much more. So that's important, I think, when you come to a small, intimate setting like here at Future of Care Spaces, to share, candidly, hey, I don't know if you know this, and they shared back with you. I don't think your people are giving me the best face of Philips. Right? They were very candid with you.
Yeah.
So now it's, how do we get you in touch with the right people that are out there listening and watching to understand, hey, reach out to me because I can help you. This big portfolio is for you.
One thing that I always say is, look, we are here to collaborate. We are here to be true partners. We may not always have the answer, but we do want to help ideate.
Yes.
Because we can find a solution together. And to your point, there are synergies that we can bring to the table if they are using patient monitoring platform, or if they're using our imaging platform. How do we come and bring all of that together into a larger solution, again, end to end, where we are working together and we know each other with an intimacy like a gathering like this provides.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the kind of networking and the kind of collaboration that you have established in this setting that makes it so powerful and so valuable.
Yeah, because you get to know the people as the people. And
Right.
Jaclyn and I had a non-healthcare fantastic conversation last night where we shared love of all things Dateline and paranormal.
Criminal justice.
Right. But it goes beyond that. You really, if you understand who they are and how they operate, the background that they come from, what things they enjoy or appreciate, those bonds become that much stronger. And so, even though Jaclyn and I had an opportunity to meet last night, I feel like I've known her for so long, but I have never asked you why you joined the Philips family. Truly, it's a huge organization with a ton of power, and that's obviously a good answer, but I think it always goes a little bit deeper and it's always a little more personal.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually joined in Amsterdam. So I was going to school, getting my master's there, and I was trying to figure out what I want to do. But what I did know was I was really passionate about business transformation and trying to make changes and really help drive change management. So when I got the opportunity to do an internship with Philips in the business transformation team, and I realized like how big this company was and how widespread, but then really what their goal was, because I joined thinking, okay, we're gonna change the whole world with this strategy. But then I was like, what we're really doing is helping people. So I think once I got more into it and I got closer to the business and to marketing, and then I felt that's where my passion was, to really like see the impact of what we're doing every day. Although KPIs and performance management is still important. But I know that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's it's incredibly true, that statement, and it's both. It's not an exception. So we're not taking away for any of those. We're actually adding to those conversations, because each health system has a different set of challenges, a different patient population, and you're recognizing those and you're bringing those values forward. So I applaud you, especially just coming in, and thank you for sharing my morbid curiosity.
Oh, I love true crime.
But I'll dovetail on that really quickly. One thing that relationality brings is trust.
Right.
Yes.
Right? And once you can show that you are a trusted partner, yes, there will be successes and sometimes failures, but you will fail together and you will fail fast and you'll have each other's backs.
I think we heard that today, James, from
We
Stacy, didn't we?
exactly heard-
That's
we
why
heard that today.
that's why you're at her hospital, right?
Correct.
You followed her from one, she trusted you over there, and now you're at her new facility.
That's correct.
That is partnership. That is partnership together. A lot of partners out there, or vendors, you got to earn to be a partner. They they don't realize what that means. They're trying to get that one statement of work, that one PO, and they don't realize there are multiple avenues to POs and long-term relationships that bring multiple POs. You're getting the long-term value to being a great partner to a sitting CIO who wasn't a CIO when you met her.
Correct.
Right? And today, she spoke on your behalf to an entire room of people and check writers about, I brought James in because
And she knows that when we celebrate wins together, it's been a theme here today, we, not I.
That's it.
And
Exactly.
this goes across boundaries as well, whether it's the partner, the vendor partner, or it's the client, it's we. It's a collaborative effort, and we win and lose together.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for joining us. It's Nashville This Week for Future Care Spaces. I enjoy putting this on with my partners, Michelle and Rachel. They're wonderful, but we enjoy having all of you attend this. And Maureen and I enjoy having you watch, like, and subscribe on the Buzz Podcast. Each one of our episodes is for you to learn about what's happening in our industry and how you can actually share, network, and learn from them and take your own journey. And until next time, I'm Mike Mosquito along with Maureen
Eileen.
And we'll see you soon. Keep buzzing.